Now today, my Passion Peep doesn't need any formal introduction. Bob Proctor is known as the grandfather of law of attraction and personal development. He just recently celebrated 50 years of transforming people's lives through his knowledge and his educational materials. He's an amazing legend, and it is my absolute pleasure to introduce you to Bob Proctor, my Passion Peep for today. See you soon. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Bob, here on the show. It's such a pleasure to see you.
My pleasure, Natalie. Glad to be here.
Excellent. Now, as you know, we ask our Passion Peeps all the same 5 questions. So the first question I want to ask you is that, you know, the reason that I actually have you here on the show is not only do you live your life of passion, but you inspire many, actually millions of other people to do the same. But you weren't always living this life. So what was the background that you had, or your story leading up to the life that you live now?
Well, you know, it was a long time ago in one respect, and yesterday it seems like yesterday in another respect. I was losing. I think I was an unhappy kid that just grew up and stayed that way until I was around 26. I had no formal education. I had no business experience. And I think I was like a lot of people. I just figured this is just the way life is, and it wasn't very good. I was unhappy. I was sick. I was broke, bouncing around from one job to another. And I was not enjoying myself at all. But I didn't know that there was another way. I mean, all the people I hung around with were living exactly the same way. And I think that's one of the problems in life. We get locked into the wrong group, and we think this is it.
Yep.
And this is the way it's got to stay. And, of course, it doesn't. But it wasn't a happy time. When I look at the way I live now by comparison, it's almost like a story that I've read of somebody else. And it wasn't a very happy story.
Yeah. And I think I heard stories of you being a janitor and had a cleaning business and, you know.
Well, that's actually when it started to get good.
Right.
Prior to that, you know, I started my own business and things started to improve, and that's when it started to improve. I got a bucket and a mop and a used form machine, and I went to work. Somebody told me there was good money, and I was going to earn some money. Now, prior to that, I never even tried to get ahead because I really didn't believe I could. But the cleaning business, I was into Think and Grow Rich by then, and I was rocking. We opened offices in Toronto, Montreal, Boston, Cleveland, Atlanta, London, England. So the cleaning business is really when I started to move in the right direction.
Right. Okay. So, and you know, you've been, you know, talking and writing books and really motivating millions of people for a very long time now. So what was, normally I find it's like fine threads or maybe a specific event that got you from the cleaning business into being able to motivate people the way that you do. So what were the kind of events or the fine threads that got you from there to where you are now?
Well, I think the thing that changed, Natalie, is what the thread that you're talking about was what got me into the cleaning and then got me out of it. I was fortunate that I met someone who really believed that I was capable of doing a lot better than I was doing.
Right.
I suppose my mother had and my parents had, but they never really got the idea across to me. A man named Ray Stanford got me to read Think and Grow Rich. And I didn't believe what Hill was saying. Like Napoleon Hill said in the book, he said there's a secret in this book, and if you find the secret, you can have anything you seriously want. Well, I really didn't believe that, but I believed the man that was talking to me believed it. And he was a pretty successful guy. And so I think I believed in his belief in me. Right. And that's when I started the cleaning, and then I got other people cleaning. And, of course, I was passing along to them what I was getting from him. And I did that for probably 6 to 7 years. And then I realized that cleaning was incidental to what I was doing. I was really helping people make a decision to live a little better life.
Yep.
And Earl Nightingale and Napoleon Hill were the 2 people that really inspired me. So one day I decided I was going to leave the cleaning business and I was going to come into this business. I would go to work. I wanted to work with Earl Nightingale, and I ended up working with he and Lloyd Conan for 5 years at the Nightingale Conan Corporation. And that's really where I got into this business.
Right.
And I started to put into more of an organized fashion my way of helping other people.
Right.
And I was really doing what people had done for me.
Yeah.